I want to ask you about our allies throughout Europe. Are they going to back away from using Huawei?
We've been out talking about this. We've been sharing these risks with the European for many, many months now, and we've started to see them recognize the risk. They saw too. They all saw their nation suffer, whether it was the people of Italy or the people of Belgium or the people of Spain, where they had tens of thousands of lives lost because of actions the Chinese Communist Party took. I think the populations in those countries are now seeing most clearly the risk that the Chinese Communist Party presents. This is what authoritarian regimes do. They steal information, they deny freedom of expression, they oppress their peoples, and they present risk to people all across the world. Democracies behave completely differently, and I think the people of Europe will come to see that along with the United States, we can work together to build our economies, to protect our people, and to keep the entire world in a place where the Chinese Communist Party does not dominate the next century. With respect to the Chinese Communist Party's military advances, they are real. General Secretary Xi is intent on building out his military capabilities. Our Department of Defense is doing everything it can to make sure it understands this threat, and I am confident that under President Trump, our Department of Defense, our military, our national security establishment will keep us in a position where we can protect the American people, and indeed we can be good partners with our allies from India, from Australia, from South Korea, from Japan, from Brazil, from Europe, all around the world. We can be good partners alongside them and ensure that the next century remains a Western one modeled on the freedoms that we have here in the United States.
Do you think things changed considerably when Xi Jinping became dictator for life, Secretary? Because we spoke with Jimmy Lai, who's been on the front lines of the Hong Kong protesting, and he said that everything changed when Xi Jinping got in there.
You know, I had the chance to meet with Jimmy a few months back, and a remarkable freedom-loving patriot. I do think things changed significantly when the Chinese Communist Party changed its rules to allow General Secretary Xi to remain in charge for a long time. But I also believe this is deeply embedded in an ideology. This is bigger than any one person. The threat from the Chinese Communist Party emanates from the nature of the Chinese Communist Party doctrine and ideology. I think that's the basis for it, and so I think this is something that America is going to have to do, along with its Western democracy-loving partners all across the world. We're going to have to be at this for a while.